Lucky Boys Podcast.
And it's political debate season.
It's so crazy right now with what's happening with the presidential election.
Oh my god.
Even local elections are pretty crazy.
That was such, how do I put this?
A shit show.
That's what Dana Bash on CNN said. She said this was a shit show.
It was unreal.
I watched it. It was just crazy.
I felt like I was on a basketball court and I was watching people argue over a foul for an hour and a half.
I tuned out after a while. Like after 30 minutes, I just tuned out.
I was shouting at the
I
television.
couldn't. Yeah, me too.
I was so angry.
I couldn't take my eyes off the screen.
Half the time I was like, happening. You couldn't believe it was actually happening. There's a 2-year-old on national TV right now.
It is unreal. It is unreal.
I wish they cut off his mic after 2 minutes next time. That is.
No, they said the rules were that the moderator should have enforced it. He
tried.
Right.
To Chris Wallace?
Yeah, Chris Wallace.
Yeah, he tried. I don't know, but you know what? What was interesting about that, I don't think the interruptions from Trump helped according to the latest polls. I believe he's down. I think what Biden was up over
14 points or something.
Yeah, 14 points since the debate.
Well, that's because he lacks self-control, right? If you're the leader, you're the president, you could be angry, upset, whatever. You have to have self-control so you could think thoroughly, so you can speak with integrity. That was not the case. We didn't see any of that during the presidential debate.
Right, and I actually saw a couple of moments where Biden lost it a little bit, and he corrected himself right away. He apologized. I mean, he called him a clown. That's the one that stood out to me. I was like, holy shit, did he just call him a clown? And I was very out of
after a while, you're like,
yes. I don't, just very out of character for a presidential debate, for them to take it to that level of conversation.
Right. I honestly didn't learn anything from their platforms. Like I don't know what Trump is for. I don't know what Biden was for. The whole thing was a total distraction. It was like it was like a parent unable to control the kids.
Right, two kids arguing back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Biden was kind of standing there
because he wanted to look like I'm the calm one. I'm not the one that's looking ridiculous like that guy.
I think that actually worked for him, but. If you don't know, after 4 years of Trump, if you don't know what he stands for, then you haven't been paying attention. You're living under a rock.
Well, yeah, I was expecting for him to do something like that, but then it was like, man, I just can't listen to this anymore. After 30 minutes, I couldn't listen to it. Like I mean, my girlfriend was watching it, and I'm like, I have to walk out the room.
So your girlfriend has a higher tolerance than you.
Yes.
Women are always stronger.
I mean, I have to agree with that.
I agree with that too. Second that. Yeah, I think it's just crazy times we're living in right now, and then now he's out of nowhere. All of a sudden, and there's a little debate going back and forth that if it's even true that the president has coronavirus, right? What a wild ride!
Because you never know what he's saying is real or not. And I understand why people are thinking this is his hoax. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Right. But doesn't that hurt him though? That he was all this time he's been calling it a hoax. The virus, the coronavirus, a hoax.
The China virus is how he says it.
That's what he says. But having him admit to the world that he has it, doesn't that hurt him? I feel it does.
I don't think it hurts his supporters. His supporters are pretty diehard.
Oh yeah, I live in an area in Bensonhurst / Gravesend. He has a lot of supporters. It's crazy. Like legit people have him by their window.
The Messiah.
Like
Jesus Christ superstar.
Board of him. Trump flags flying everywhere. Walking down the block, there's at least 6 flags. Yeah, it's insane.
Wow. Yeah, I like to, how would they feel? We came out on a motorcade with, Biden, Harris, and all these flags. It says, vote for the other candidate.
I believe our flags would be ripped down overnight.
But we're not. See, that's the thing. Like, I find that they're kind of very confrontational, right?
The people on the right,
the MAGA, supporters. They seem to be that way.
Well, I also feel. I think it's on both sides, right? I know Trump supporters, and if they're not around other Trump supporters, they are terrified of even speaking about him in public, so that if someone overhears them, they're afraid of being attacked. I have a colleague that I work with, and he was giving a lot of talking points on why he's pro-Trump, which, to his credit, and he's a very intelligent person, it made some sense. And when a couple of people walked by him and overheard him and looked at him, he goes, "Oh my gosh, Will, hey, you got my back if something goes on." I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, "Hey, those people just heard me say that I support Trump, and look at the look, they're following us." And he was terrified. Wow. He was terrified. And I was like, no, I think we're all right. I mean, they're giving you dirty looks, but I think we're all right. I mean, he's not from around here. So he was very nervous.